Anxiety is separation. What does that even mean? So let me add a little more context. Deep feelings of anxiety may be indications of separation. Okay, so let's work through this a little bit. Deep feelings of anxiety, that sort of gut wrenching worry, nerves. I don't know if everybody out there feels this, but I do. I have my whole life for tests, for first dates, for important meetings related to anything I'm trying to achieve, whether that be a college application or a job application, project, whatever. That feeling of fear, worry, concern, anxiety that it's not going to work out as I want. So that's the deep feelings of anxiety. What do I mean by separation? Well, separation in this context is really a disconnection between yourself and source, spirit, God, oneness, the creator of the all, whatever you want to describe a higher power as. Separation is disconnection from that higher power, meaning I am not fully in alignment with the higher power. I am separated from it. And if I'm not connected to the higher power and I'm separate from it, then I'm separate from everything because the higher power is the all. And anything you're separated from, you are disconnected from, can lead to anxiety or nervousness or worry or fear, right? Because think about it. If you were fully connected with your spirit and you knew your spirit was the all and you knew everything and everything was divinely timed and planned and you had full confidence and faith in that, and I suspect you'd probably never actually feel anxious or worried. Could you imagine a situation like that where you just feel at peace? Everything is as it should be, when it should be, and how it should be. We're not taught this. This is not certainly how I was taught. And it really is not the broader belief system of the collective, especially in Western civilization. So I would argue that feelings of anxiety, worry, fear, these are actually symptoms of a disease. And that disease is separation. And that disease is caused by the ego, which believes that it is something separate and unique from everything else and everyone else. When in reality, that is a complete illusion and an inversion of the truth. Because we are fractals of source. We are made in God's image. We carry the spark of the light of God in our hearts. And so when we feel things like worry, fear, etc., it's just an indication that we're not connected to God fully. Society has gotten to a point where it's really hard to become fully connected to God. So most of us are operating at least in partial disconnection, all the way to complete disconnection for a lot of people. Have you ever noticed how feelings, if you really think about a feeling, you could flip its polarity and feel the same? Let me give you an example. Fear and worry really feel the same way as excitement, but it's the framing that's different, right? What if you could turn fear and worry into excitement and anticipation? Is it just a matter of your locus, your focus? Is that the illusion that we're meant to break? That somehow I have put judgment upon a feeling and I've labeled it. And once I've labeled it, it means something different than what it might mean had I labeled it differently. Now, I've said this before, my big struggle, suffering in this lifetime has been related to money and financial safety. All of this came to me this week when I was worried, very worried, almost to the point where I couldn't even really function at my highest level because there was just background anxiety. The nervous system was tight, just felt gummed up. And it was distracting and it was hard to understand. And upon meditation, Spirit gave me this revelation that anxiety might just be separation. And the answer, therefore, to the suffering might be oneness. Oneness with God, oneness with nature, oneness with everything and everyone. Oneness. And if you come at these feelings from a perspective of oneness, connection, then you might label those feelings differently. And you might say, well, this isn't fear. This is excitement. This isn't worry. This is anticipation. Could anxiety just be an indication that you're disconnected from oneness? And could oneness be the answer to it all?